In this video, I'm going to explain how to solve the "this doesn't work in my area" mindset when it comes to generating leads for your medical spa, your aesthetic practice, your body sculpting office, or any other business in the aesthetics industry. This video will be helpful for you if you currently feel like nothing really seems to work. You've tested all strategies out there, perhaps advertising on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Google, or any other platform out there. But nothing really seems to work as good as getting referrals or word by mouth advertising. Well, if that's you, make sure to stick around because in the next few minutes I'm going to show you how you can solve that and how you can actually make it work for your med spa. So let's dive into it. Well, first of all, you need to zoom out a bit and look at your client acquisition strategy from a wider perspective and basically analyze the entire process from A to Z. And what I mean with that is that launching a Facebook ad campaign is not just going to bring you those clients who are going to spend $2,000 to $5,000. So if that's currently the case, you should not blame an advertising platform that you're not selling packages, but instead you should be looking at your own process. Like, how can I make sure to sell those $2,000 to $5,000 packages? Make sure that you have a process that allows you to do that. And once you see that it works, that's when you can actually leverage those advertising platforms to generate more leads and more clients. That being said, let's take a look at the process and all of the steps involved and how you can actually optimize it to make sure that this will work in your area. Alright, so as you can see, I created this process sheet in which you can see multiple columns with different steps in it, right? So for instance, looking at the first column, we have a column that says leads, then we have cost per lead, phone appointment, in-house appointment, packages sold, average package price sold, and revenue generated. So let's actually take a look at this and see how you can use a sheet like this in order to see what the bottleneck is and what's actually not working with your client acquisition right now. Because it might not be that you're not generating leads. It might be the case that you have a front desk problem or a sales representative problem, like the person who's doing the consultation. So let's take a look at this example together, right? So let's say in a specific month with your Facebook ad strategy, you have generated 100 leads, right? Which is pretty good. And then the average cost per lead would be $10. Well, you might think $10, it's relatively high, but $10 is actually, it's fine because at the end of the day, the cost per lead doesn't really matter. The cost per acquisition matters, right? So 100 leads, $10 cost per lead. That means in a month you have spent like $1,000 on Facebook ads, right? Which is an okay budget. So this is all looking great. Now, next up we have phone appointments. So what we recommend in your lead conversion process is instead of just letting leads book in an appointment themselves for an in-clinic appointment, we always recommend to have like a phone appointment step in between, right? And that phone appointment step, especially with online leads, is super helpful in order to, build some trust and rapport over the phone, but also to take prepayment for their first session, or if they're just gonna do a consultation, to take a deposit, like a $50 deposit, to make sure that they should actually show up for their appointment, right? So out of those 100 leads, 50 people book an appointment. So that's a conversion rate of about 50%, which is fine, right? It could be a bit better, but 50% from lead to phone appointment booked, that's okay. So 50% conversion rate, right? The half of all of the leads actually booked an appointment. So next up, we have in-house appointment, right? So how many of those 50 phone calls actually converted into an in-house appointment? So in this example, I put 25 here, which means that 50% of the phone calls ended up booking an appointment. Well, 50% again, it's good. It could be more, but 50% is a good starting point, right? So out of the 50 phone calls, 25 booked an appointment. Great. Out of those 25 appointments, how many packages were actually sold? Now, in this example, you can see that I wrote down 15 packages sold. If you sell 15 packages out of 25 appointments, that means that your conversion rate is higher than 50%. It's probably around like 60%, something like that, which is extremely good. So we always recommend you should have at least a 40% conversion rate during consultations. And in this example, it's like 60%, which is like doable, but it's super good, right? Now, the next column, it says the average package price sold. And I wrote it down as $2,000, right? That should be like your minimum package price. Like your average package price. So you could have packages that are cheaper than this, but your average should be around $2,000. And then overall, if you look at, 15 packages sold, $2,000 the average price, that means that you generate $30,000 based off 100 leads, right? So obviously for this example, it would work really well using those numbers. But let's actually do another example and let's look at the numbers then. I want to visualize to you like how your process could impact the outcome, right? So let's say in a specific month, another clinic would also generate 100 leads, okay? Let's say that the leads would be the exact same, like $10 per lead. But now the problem is, out of those 100 leads, not 50 people have actually booked an appointment, but just 40. Let's actually say 40 people booked an appointment, phone appointment. Now, out of those 40 phone appointments, usually done by a front desk team, let's say that 25% booked an appointment. That means that you had 10 in-house appointments booked, right? And out of those in-house appointments that were booked, let's say that your salesperson actually sold, let's say, 3 packages, right? That's 30%. And let's say that your average package price would be $1,500. Okay. And now if we look at the revenue generated, it would be 3 times 1,500, it would be $4,500, right? So let's actually compare this with each other. So let's actually take a look at these columns, right? So, okay, the amount of leads is exactly the same. The cost per lead is exactly the same. However, Clinic One is better at their lead conversion strategy, like booking phone appointments, converting them into in-clinic appointments, and ultimately selling packages. Whereas Clinic 2, you can see it starts here with the phone appointments booked, right? Instead of 50, they booked 40. And then their front desk team is obviously struggling with converting them into in-house appointments because only 25% booked an appointment. And then their salesperson only converts 30% of these appointments into sold packages. And the package price is a bit lower than the other clinic. So in this case, you're not having a Facebook ads problem, but you're more so having a lead conversion problem. So let's actually take a look at the things, what you can do at your own med spa in order to optimize the amount of leads, to optimize the amount of phone appointments, optimize the amount of in-house appointments, optimize packages sold, and to optimize your average package price. So let me actually show you. All right, so let's take a look at each individual step and see what you can do to optimize the efficiency of the entire process. So first of all, we have the leads, right? So what can you do to optimize the amount of leads that you generate, while also make sure that those leads are actually the quality that you want, right? High quality leads that can afford your packages. Now, in order to do that, you first need to make sure that you have a unique offer. What I mean with that is, don't advertise with an offer such as 10% off, 20% off, buy one, get one, or even promoting the entire treatment package right then and there in the actual ad. That's not gonna work. If you ask for 2K in an actual ad, that's not gonna work out, right? So make sure that you have a unique offer that can't really be compared to any offer that your competitors might have, and make sure that you stand out from the rest, right? That's important. Now, secondly, you need to have compelling ad creatives. Now, what we recommend is to have short video ads, 15 or 30 seconds, that actually promote the unique offer you created earlier. So those videos should be about the offer that you created earlier. Now, once you have the offer, once you have the videos, the next step is to create the ad copy, right? So your ad copy should be structured as in an attention-grabbing headline, explaining the offer, summarize the benefits of the offer, and then a clear call to action, right? So that is what you can do to optimize the amount of leads. So the next step is the actual phone appointment. So what can you do to ensure that as many leads as possible go ahead and book a phone appointment? Now, so first of all, you need to have a solid thank you page. A thank you page is basically the page that people see opted into your ad. So basically, okay, they opted in, what's next? This is where you explain the next steps to them. And on that thank you page, you need to do a couple of things. First of all, you need to have convincing before and after photos, people who already got your treatments or your package and who got great results from it. You need to have them on that page. Plus, you need to have testimonial videos on that page because those stories will actually do the selling for you. And then lastly, this is a trick, but what you can do is you can put an incentive to book a call on that page. So what you can do is you can put an extra incentive on that page for people to book a call right now. So basically, you're giving them a bonus if they just take action right now. And that's what you can do to make sure that as many leads as possible go ahead and actually book a phone appointment with you. So next up, we have the in-house appointment. So what can you do to optimize the amount of in-house appointments being booked on that phone call, right? So first of all, you need to give your front desk a proven call script that they can use over and over again and that has been proven to work dozens of times. Now, just giving them a script is not enough. You actually need to train your staff on how to have these types of conversations, right? Because it's super important that they master the skill of having these conversations because they're basically the first interaction with new clients. So make sure to do role plays, analyze their calls, give them feedback, and make sure to do this on a regular basis. And then thirdly, make sure on these phone appointments in which you book the in-clinic appointment to also take prepayment or at least a deposit for their appointment. That will help you to eliminate those no-shows and late cancellations. Now, next up, we have packages sold, right? So what can you do in order to turn as many appointments into sold treatment packages, right? Your goal is not to just get new people through the door. Your goal is to actually sell high-ticket treatment packages to them instead of single discounted treatments. So what can you do in order to do that? Well, first of all, you need to have a proven consultation framework that your staff can follow over and over again. And that framework should basically teach your staff exactly what to do step by step, how to overcome those objections, how they can actually get a 40% conversion rate, right? So everything should be in that framework. Now, secondly, you want to make sure that you follow the right treatment package structure and how you can make those packages more viable and how to present them to your clients during a consultation. Now, once you have these two things, now it's important to actually train your staff, right? Just giving them the templates and tell them what to do, that's not enough. You need to continuously optimize it by analyzing the consultations together with them, role-playing it, and you should not even do this on like a monthly basis. I would recommend to do it on a weekly basis because it's such an important role in your business. And then lastly, we have the average package price, right? So what can you do to make sure that your average package price is as high as possible? Well, first of all, you can create bigger packages by combining different treatments and services together and bundle them into one specific package. And then secondly, you can also incentivize the purchase of bigger packages. So you're basically rewarding your clients if they purchase the bigger package available. And as you can see, there are multiple things that you can do for each step in order to make sure that you get the best possible outcome. As you can see, there are many things involved for each step in the process that you can optimize and work on before actually giving up on a specific strategy. To summarize, if you currently feel like nothing's really working in your area when it comes to generating leads online for your medical spa, perhaps you already generate enough leads, but your real problem is that you actually need to work on the lead conversion process a bit more. So make sure to implement it, look at the data and make decisions based on data. Make sure to track your statistics and make decisions based on the data. That's it for now. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you like these types of videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and see you in the next one.